Good morning. This is Sonia here from Sam and Sonia's Garden. Sam's actually out here with me this morning, so it's the weekend and he's not working. But I've got something I want to show you this morning that is pretty special to me. I'll tell you for sure if it's special to me after I get to the second segment of this video. All right, so this special thing is this monstrosity that's happening here. I thought it was a cushaw squash that volunteered here. I'm not sure what it is. So maybe we've created a special hybrid. Maybe not. We're gonna find out today. I'm gonna show it to you, and hopefully you'll think it's as interesting as I think it is. Anyways, hang on, and I'm gonna take you out. So. Probably need to put my gloves on because the stems of this thing and the leaves, the back of the leaves are pretty spiky, sticky, and I've got two different gloves. Hang on. Not only are the leaves pretty sticky or spiky, they're shaped like cushaw. So hopefully the mosquitoes don't get me, and if they do, I've got my long sleeve shirt. I was trying to do something where it wasn't so hot. It's just hot out here, and it's probably a little after 6 in the morning, but it's hot. So let me show you what I'm talking about. All right, so if you see right here, excuse the camera work, right here, we've got a squash growing on here. I thought this was, like I said, a cushaw because I did plant cushaw out here, but look at that white squash. Now, there are several plants growing in here. They volunteered. Several plants in here. Now, but they all came up like in a row. So I assume that it's something that we either left out here and did not harvest, which leads me to believe it's a hybrid of some sort. Or now I'm thinking that it may be something that the birds brought. So, and that has happened to me before. Here's another. And if you look at this one, excuse the camera work, you see there's some green on the bottom here. But it's definitely a squash if you look at that stem. And I definitely should put my gloves back on, so excuse me a second while I do that. Yeah. But like I said, I don't know what this is. And if you all can tell me what you think might have crossed, I've got to go back into my notes and look and see what all I had out here last year. You see that stem? I wouldn't think that's a melon because I thought maybe my canary melon and my watermelon had crossed at first. That was before I saw this white one come on. But anyway, let's keep moving on, and I'm going to show you some even prettier than this. They are beautiful. My thought process is to just harvest one of these young ones, maybe that one, and taste it. See what it tastes like. Because I don't want to waste all this garden real estate. These are like rows that we have not planted because this monstrosity is growing here. And I don't want to let it grow here all summer and then we wind up not even liking it. Now look how pretty this one is. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that beautiful stem here. Hope you can see that. She's a beauty. Just beautiful here. Love it. And here's one even bigger. Keep on coming around with me. I'm telling you, these things are gorgeous. Again, I don't know. I wanted to say watermelon and canary, but mm-mm. Now, I will say a year or two ago, the birds brought me acorn squash. I'd never planted acorn squash, but one volunteered in my garden. And that was before I was planting compost in the garden. Now look at that one. Isn't it big and pretty? But I was not able to cook that acorn squash in a way that I enjoyed eating it. So it really was a waste of garden real estate. Isn't that pretty? Now that's a big one. That's a big one. And then coming on around, you'll see them. I mean, there's a lot of them. It's a good producer. We even moved these vines to row up some areas, and they didn't care. I was careful not to break any. I might have broken one or two, but they didn't really care. You just see them, they're just all plaited in here, and it's steady blooming. The pollinators are enjoying the love I'm giving it by letting this grow. But try not to fall here. But anyways, this is what I wanted to show you, and I'll come back with a second part for the taste test. Well, you know what? I think I'm gonna walk over here, grab my knife, and harvest the small one with you. And there's another white one. So I'm thinking maybe the white one's coming from a different plant than the yellow ones. I just don't know if I care that much to get in this behemoth of a beast and try to figure out which melon or which fruit is coming from which of these plants. There's so many plants tangled up in there, and I don't want to get in that. Not that interested. I just don't know. But anyway, let's grab my knife, and I am going to see what I think we do. All right, I want to use my machete. I had I think it was a deer skinning knife, or I don't know. It was one of these knives with the hook on the tip of it. I think it's called a skinning knife. Well, anyways, I lost it. That made me so sad. I lost it, but I never did, get it back. So what I'm gonna do now is harvest this, and I don't know if I should get closer or not. I think you'll be able to see me. I'm gonna harvest this and come back later. I'll cook part of it, I'll eat part of it raw, because I just don't even know what to do with it. Whether it's something I should be excited about or just rip this whole thing out. We'll find out. So I'm going to take it while it's young, and we'll see what happens. But that's that one. This is the smallest one that I found. Well, not the smallest one, but the smallest one with all these colors. And all these colors, the ones with the yellow and green, are the ones that seem to be producing the most. I don't even know what that's supposed to sound like. Maybe that's sappy, as my dad called it, or liquidy. I'll let you hear it. I don't know if you can hear it. I'll try. Okay, here goes. Do you hear anything there? I don't know. But anyway, I'll see you back once I get indoors, and we're gonna look at this baby, examine the inside, and taste it. I'll even cook some up, maybe in some onions or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out when we get indoors. All right. I'll see you in a moment.